Hi guys, in this video we're going to be looking at IDO, which is Integrated Development and Learning Environment. We've talked about this since our first video up to the current video. We've been talking about IDO, but it will make sense to talk about it in more details. Basically, based on our last video where we developed console application and how Python compiles the code, we can see that we can actually use the IDO, to develop Python program. Yeah, we can use it to develop a Python program. All you need to do, whenever you open the IDO, basically you will see it's going to display version information. This is Python 3.10.7, and after that there will be a prompt. What you're going to do next is that at the prompt you're going to type whatever single line of code you wanted to test. So as I said, you can use it. As a text editor to develop your Python code. And how do you do that? You go to File, you click New. When you click New, it's going to open this page for you, and you start writing your code here if you want to use it to develop Python program. And PyCharm. Then also most programmers use an integrated development environment, which is IDE. And one of the most popular IDE is PyCharm. So I do believe you have downloaded PyCharm. This is PyCharm right here. This is a new page. If you want to create, and you just start writing your code, and when you are done, if you want to execute your code, you come here, you click on the menu, you click current, then you click run, then it runs. So then say it's a message equals to 5 plus 5, then print message. This is just a test run. Then you click run. You can see give us 10. And if you need to open a fresh page, you just come here and you right click, you click new. Then under that you click file. Then whatever file you want, say 3.py. Then you have a fresh page, and that's about using PyCharm. So PyCharm is one of the most popular IDE. We have another one called Eclipse. The Eclipse is a general purpose IDE. It has a plugin called PyDev for Python development. But for this class, we said that we're going to stick to using the IDO. Okay, and remember that the IDO is part of Python distribution. Whenever you download Python, IDE comes with it. Okay, and also remember that I just mentioned that whenever you open your IDO, the first thing that displays is this IDO shell. Okay, we've been saying it over and over. So IDO interactive shell is a basic built-in tool within Python that allows for simple code execution line by line. So, that's one of the reasons why it's good for beginners to use it, because you can quickly write a simple line of code and test it out. So, to open it, we already talked about that. You just click to open this shell. What do? You click the window button, you type IDO, then you click once it's there, then you open it. we already have it open. Then if you need to develop a Python program, you come here, you click new, you open this, and you start typing your Python program. And when you are done, you can come back to file, you can click exit. It's up to you depending on what you want to do. So you can come here, you can try it out and see. You can see that that's gone. So the next that I want us to do here is, and also there was one thing that I didn't mention. PyCharm is a full-fledged code IDE offering advanced features like code completion, debugging, project management, and more. So, next, let's try and experiment how this IDE shell works, because it's basically to test your code line by line. Say in chapter 2, we're going to be talking about functions, and one of the functions that we're going to be using first is going to be print function. When you click on print function, if you say enter, it's going to print an empty page. And we're going to be talking about types of data, like string, integers. We're going to talk about float. So when you talk about strings are character, like word, when you type out a word, like saying hello out there. If you click enter right here, this is going to generate a syntax error because Python cannot recognize this. For us to make Python to recognize this, to make it a string, then you have to put it under quotation. You have to put it under quotation marks. So, and how do you do that? So we want to print the word. So to print this hello out there, you have to include a quotation mark and type hello out there. Then if you click enter, it's going to, oh, there's a mistake right there. You can see that I didn't type it correctly. Let's do it again. And you can copy this. Okay. Then remember to put your quotation marks. You click enter. Can you see it now? Hello out there. So some mistakes are part of learning. So when you make mistakes, you can correct yourself. So it's good that this actually happened, because you can see that if you don't include the quotation marks, you won't get the right each one. Python won't be able to recognize it. It will come up as a syntax error. Then let's try this. 8 plus 5, that should be 13. Can you see that? Then another thing, let's say 10 divided by 3. This kind of data here is called float data. This is kind of float data type, because one problem with float is that they are approximation, they are not exact. Look at it, 10 divided by 3. This is a 10.333. One way to deal with this problem is to use a rand function. Say if you use a rand function, don't worry if you don't understand this right now. We're going to learn about this in chapter 3. If you use a rand function, you can indicate how many decimal places you want. Say 2 decimal places. You see that? It's going to print that for us. So that's how. And if you don't include number of decimal places that you want, it's just going to generate a whole number. Say rand. You say rand 10 divided by 3. What do you get? It's going to give us 3. Okay. So another thing that I want us to try. Let's assign a random variable. X is equals to 5. Okay. Then x plus 20 gives us 25. So let's say capital letter X is plus 15. What do we get? Plus 15. What do we get? A syntax error. This is to tell us that variable names are case sensitive. Small letter x and capital letter X are not the same. So if you change it now back to small letter x, we should get the right thing. So plus 15, we got 20, and that's about that. So this is basically, and another thing that I want us to know is that the interactive shell can help you build your coding skills, because you can test your code line by line. And this is another feature that makes Python a good first language for beginners. And this IDO, the IDO editors works more like a word processor. We can also try it out here. You can copy and paste and all that. Here you come here, you copy, Control C. You come here, you paste it, Control V. Can you see that? And you can do the same thing inside. You can do the same thing if you are using the editor. If you come here, you click open. You can do the same thing right here. Write it, copy and paste, and do all that. Most of the short commands that we use in Microsoft Word, you can as well use them here. And you can as well highlight this, then you can cut it out. You can see that. So same thing that you can do in word process, you can do it right here. So then also another thing is that here when you are trying to create a program that you open, you're trying to create it, instead of using run, sometimes you can use F5, but note that some laptop keyboards you will need to hold down Fn key to access the function like F5, because with F5 what do you do? It does the same thing as run. And if you are compiling and running a program that works with the console, IDO uses the interactive shell as a console. This makes it to test the program and to switch between the shell and the editor as you do. So you can switch between the editor and the shell. That makes it so easy. Then you can also do Control N. See, when you do Control N, when you press Control N, it's going to open a new file for you. Those are the shortcuts. When you click Control N, here instead of doing this and open this for you, if you click Control N, it's going to open. It's going to do the same thing for you. So the same shortcut that we use in Microsoft Word also works here. You can use it here. So then that's all about that. The next, I want us to talk about syntax error and error. If you see from our previous, you can see on this side, it said hello out there. Because we didn't put the quotation mark, what happened? It generates syntax error. So errors found in code due to violating Python coding rules is called syntax error. Print hello out there, because we didn't include the quotation mark, that actually generates error. Print out there, when you print this with the quotation mark, you see that's correct. Hello out there without quotation mark, that generates syntax error. Then the other type of error is called the runtime error. This type occurs after all the code has compiled and the program is being executed. This is going to be taking forever before you notice that something is going wrong. So an error message is displayed that helps you identify the cause of the error. This type of error is also known as an exception. So when an exception occurs, the program ends or crashes unless the exception are handled by the program. So only a runtime error can be detected at a time. So you have to keep running your code until it's error-free. and that's going to be the end of chapter 1 of Murach's Python programming, and we'll meet in chapter 2. Thank you. Before that, I do need to mention that there are exercises at the end of chapter 1. I would like you guys to go through it. If you have any issues, you can reach me. You can leave question in the comment page. I will get back to you as soon as I see it.